guys? Welcome to a new Linux tutorial series. It is called How to Linux, and for the first unit, we will be covering Bash scripting. I am Urban Professional, and I will be teaching the whole course. Now let's begin. So, for course prerequisites. So in general, I expect you guys to have a understanding of how computers function, and also a surface understanding of what code and scripting is, and how humans can communicate to machines. Very general understanding. And more technically, I expect you to have basic knowledge of what Linux is, especially compared to Windows or Mac OS, and also bare fundamentals of the command line, although you do not need to know that much at all. For peripherals, I expect you to have access to a Linux shell or a system. It could be a virtual machine, it could be real, whatever. And also access to the internet, which I do expect you to have since you're watching this video. And of course, be prepared to take notes and organize notes. It is highly recommended, but it is not required. And know that lessons may omit info to save on time or to keep focus. So make sure to Google things if you want to know the full answer of certain topics. And obviously, you need an urge to learn in this course. A lot of the stuff is very, dare I say, boring and very repetitive. So with that being said, let's get on to the overview. Bash scripting unit overview. For fundamentals, we will be learning how to manage files. We will be learning common script commands like echo. We will be learning term and acronym definitions, and good practice when scripting. After that, we'll be covering scripting, selection, iteration, and sequencing, if statements, for loops, and so on, storing, managing, and accessing data, variables and arrays, and so on, interacting with the system with specific Linux commands, and functions and globals. After that, we'll be going into more of the complexities of Bash scripting. For example, comparing Bash with other shells, like Z shell, comparing Bash and the kernel and seeing how they both connect, seeing professional examples and comparing them, and evaluating the security of Bash in the general Linux system. So, for most of the lessons in the Bash scripting unit, they will follow this set structure. For the first half of the video, I will be presenting notes and commands to be used in the live demo. Make sure to take notes here as we go into detail on lesson points. After that, I will go into the live demo, where I apply the knowledge presented in the presentation, and make sure to follow what I do in the demo. And after that, once the lesson's over, you can choose to use what you learned in the lesson and apply it in real project and scenarios, and I highly recommend you do so. Now, resources for this course. In the description of basically every lesson, I will include useful and or required software such as virtual machine software, so on. I will also include extra information on the lesson if you so need, and also ways to review the lesson topics as I go on. A very important resource, which you should already be using, is the internet. You can research any Linux questions you have, and it is very likely that someone has had your problem before. Forums will be your friend. Make sure to check multiple solutions. If none work, then make sure to ask. And as of late, a very useful resource is Discord. It has the best response time for asking questions, and numerous Linux-related Discord servers. I will not post or advertise any of them here, but you can search and find as you please. And as always, thank you for watching this video, and I hope you continue on to the lesson topics.